Okay, shut up. My name is Richard, and I'm just going to here to discuss problem number 2. I don't have a gigantic motivating message about the service learning component of the ethnic studies class, but I just say it's important to go to your service learning site and actually do the hours, because I know some people who are very behind in hours and may not have the opportunity to make them up. But just go to go every day as much as you can, and try to pay attention to every detail that you can. Even the smallest detail can have a very deep underlying message. Me personally, I work with kindergartners, so it's very hard for me to pick and choose underlying messages from them, because they're kindergartners. They're like 5 and 6. They're adorable. They don't really do much, but you can still try to learn something from them and try to see if there's any type of, how should I say this, any like words, definitions that we learned from class, like such as like institutional racism or whiteness or privilege or anything like that. I couldn't find very much about that in there, but I'm pretty sure anybody else could. So yeah.
See what you mean that it stalls.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm Alfredo, and so I have the kindergarten kids just like how Richard does. But and I agree that it's really hard sometimes to get a whole lot out of them, since all I can do is really teach them how to count to 100. I'm proud that I got them to count to 100. Let's just say that. But I guess something I would really recommend them or tell them to do is just I would tell them is to like never give up or never like let go of their ability to be bilingual. It's so important, to their culture and to their identity. And I say, I want to tell them to never let go of that, and it's gonna benefit them a lot. And yeah.
Hi, my name is Su-leing. Ethnic studies and service learning has shown me to be proud of my biracial culture and never forget where I come from. I recommend each of you guys to not forget who you are, because it makes you who you are today. Be proud of your language, culture, music, or more that comes from your family. Because like all of those, what I have said about not forget your language or your music, that's what it's going to be based on your service learning a lot, because the children that you'll be working with, they will be asking you like, where are you from? Do you speak Spanish? What kind of music do you listen to? They want to get to know you, because they know that you're in college, and like they're expecting for you to tell them like what to do when they're older, and why should they go to college. And we should be able to accept ourselves, because if we don't accept ourselves, how are we supposed to help the children that we are going to be mentoring for? So we need to be proud of who we are and our family and our cultures.
Going to the service learning site gives you a chance to see a lot of the theories and the concepts that you learn about in class. For example, cultural straddler. A lot of the kids that I mentor are Chicano, and you can tell sometimes that they don't know whether to act the way they do at their house or to embrace their culture and their roots while they're in the classroom. Going to the service learning site, it also gives you a chance to see how even at a young age, race is socially constructed, and it just helps to see a lot of the things that you learn about in class in the real world and even in the service learning site, and that's the most important part, I think, about this class. I think the best way also is to get the full experience of being a peer mentor is to help the students with any questions that they have about college or just about school, and to talk to them and to ask them questions too, because it helps you with your identity, and it just helps you remember how you were when you were a kid too, and how you've come to grow to be in college.
Okay. Wow. Well, it stalled. Okay, we can just.
Wow. I say like a million times.
Keep going.
No.
We can cut it out.
I forgot my name.
For example,